Hello everyone, good morning from Vietnam. Hello Lisa, hello Caroline, hello Richard, hello Elizabeth, hello Star, hello Eileen, good to see you again. Hello Julie, oh hello Dinda as well. Oh good. How are you all doing today? We got Connie as well. So this week we will have a tour where we will walk around this downtown area, and we will show you all the historical landmark of this town. But for the tour today, actually we were exploring a rose valley. So it's actually the largest rose valley in Sapa, but they said that this is the one that we see also the biggest in the whole country. Hello Debbie. Hello March. Hello Lena. Hello Sheila. Hi Hugh. Are you feeling well after your climb yesterday? Yeah, I'm feeling well. I'm feeling great, Elizabeth. Actually, Spring and I slept all the way from around 4 p.m. We actually reached home at 4 p.m. So the tour ended I think it's around 10 in the morning, and we stayed there. We continued climbing a little bit, taking photos, and when we reached home at 4 p.m. I slept until 7 p.m. Then I have a walk around the downtown area, and I come back home, and then I sleep until like 6:30 in the morning. So yeah, now I'm fully recovered. Oh, hello Pamela, all the way from Texas. So maybe I'm gonna cross the street because I want to show you the whole view of the station. It's a very nice station actually. So let's walk a little bit over here. Katie said hello from Connecticut. Oh, hello Katie. Hello Dan. Oh Dan, you're from Canada. From Ontario, yes, Ontario, Canada. Somebody parked their bike over here. Probably the local. You can actually take that electric cars, I think they call it electric vehicle around the town. And this one is called Sun Plaza. Oh, actually, normally we call it Sapa Station. So it's a station and it's a hotel at the same time. So it's actually it's a 5-star hotel. Very expensive. And most of us, we come for the cable car. The cable car would lead us to Fansipan, the peak of Fansipan, the tallest mountain in Vietnam. But this station, it was built in 2016, so it's pretty new actually. And they actually hire a American architect to do it. So you can see a bit of his information as well. So that man Bill Bensley, he actually the one who designed the whole building. And this company, right, they give him a task that it needs to have like a French touch as well, you know, to make it look pretty. So after a few years, this is what it looked like. Oh, hello Ivy and Ray. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. So we got some tourists. Later on, it will be very crowded, you know, because this is like Sapa is like the number one touristic attraction in the northern region, and they're ranking along with Ha Long Bay, along with Ninh Bình. So this is among the top visited place in our country. Some of these buildings was built by the French when they colonized us. But this is nice. Like the French built some of the houses and hotels, and Vietnamese later on. We continue kind of upgrading it as well. So right now, let's cross the street to that building. So I just noticed, Tu, how are you? Happy to see you, Tu. Hello, Olga. Hello, Lori. Oh, construction noises. We have this one. I don't know the name of this flower though. Please, if you know, please teach me. Yeah, I'm not so good with remembering the name of flower at the same time. Oi, this one, yeah, the petals look like they have some diseases almost. Adrian, I think you are new to our tour. 1 more minute. We got 1 more minute until the tour. Hello, Bernard. Hugh, am I late or did you start early? Oh, I'm start early. Normally, I start 10 minutes early. Hello, everyone. I can see people looking at me from behind. Yeah, for the on the folk, it's probably very strange to see some kids like holding the gimbal walking around like this. Yeah, so Evie and Ray, normally we started 10 minutes earlier, and actually it's gonna be 30 seconds until the tour. Yeah, those are orchids, easy, no? Orchids, let me mention this one is the most expensive flower in Vietnam, and this is the usually we buy it as a gift for somebody, you know. But in Vietnam, we actually don't do flowers. When we buy a gift, we buy the whole plant like this. Bếp mang mai vào nghe hơi rè. Okay. So Spring just let me know that it's a bit something with my voice, with my mic. Ủa bếp giờ sao bếp còn rè không? Giờ tôi để nó xa xa tí xíu rồi, không biết còn rè không ta? Rồi tôi để lên cái khẩu trang ấy. Hết rồi đúng không? Còn nếu còn rè thì yeah, I think I put the mic too close to my mouth. I put it on the mask, you know. So now I'm kind of put it further away. Yes. So normally we bought the whole plant like this, the whole tree, you know, and it will be the gift for somebody. In this case, it's this company they want it as a decoration. So we don't use a lot of roses though. Roses is considered to be a very European thing. Today I'm showing you the roses, but for the local I would say we admire them, but we don't use them in our daily life or in any special events. So if this is your first time with us on our tour, then you are joining the tour with Hiếu and Spring. Spring actually is staying home today. She resting. So my name is Hiếu, Hieu, and Hiếu is mean respectful in our language. So where we are in Sapa. Sapa, the northwest region of Vietnam, which is around 320 kilometers away from Hanoi, from the capital. And today is a very simple tour. We will take I learned this word, I think it's called the funicular or an express to the mountain. And from the mountain, I will show you the beautiful Rose Valley. And I also show you a glimpse of Sapa. I will also show you the view of the place as well. So funicular, yeah, I learned it from yesterday. Please feel free to ask me any question that you have about Vietnam. You can ask us about the history, about the culture, everything. And I will try my best to answer all your questions today. So without further ado, let's get started. The Buddha. Well, yesterday it was so misty, so we are not able to show you. And today we just go to the Rose Valley. So yeah, we took that photo yesterday, you see. But yeah, we apologize that we are not able to show you the Buddha today though. Today it's just all about the Rose Valley. Because the Buddha, he's in the peak. He's on the peak of the mountain, you see. But today you can say that we only go halfway on the mountain. Yeah, so the photo we post is the Gautama, the Buddha, and the guardian. We call him Thần Hộ Pháp in our language. So the design of the station is very pretty actually. And normally the youngster, you know, the student, they couldn't afford to go to the peak. They would just go to the station and taking a lot of photos, you know. But right now we're gonna hop on the train. We will hop on the funicular. I think that's the right word. And we're gonna head to the Rose Valley. Yeah, they are building something always in these places. Yeah, in the touristy places, always you will hear noises of construction, and I don't know why. It's kind of funny, but they have this one as well for people to measure their height. And you see, this is probably the highest that we could get in Vietnam, right? 170. 170 is around 5'9". And I'm thinking sometimes I see some European, you know, they're standing around here. They're like more than 6 feet, 7 feet or something. But so if you're an adult but shocked, you can get your ticket. I don't know actually. Well, the children is need to be below 120 centimeters, so that's very very shocked. But yeah, I mean, if you're very very small, you can get a children ticket. Why not? Oh, I see. Could be. We are very flexible with it, you know. So, I mean, my niece and nephew, they are taller than that, but they said, they're just kids, so they have a children ticket. Yeah. Oh, hello, Evelyn. Good to see you again. It's just such a long walk to the funicular. We have to pass by all the souvenir shop. You know, those shops, they selling a lot of. I'm showing you this one on the TV. Oops. Oh no, just go to the Rose Valley first. So those souvenirs, they're selling a lot of warm clothes because when people reach the peak, they need a lot of warm clothes. It was very cold, very very cold up there. I see the hat that you have here. Yes, actually, I'm wearing that hat this morning, Ivy. But it's not that cold for me, so it's not that cold this morning. So I skip it, you know. Yeah. Cái này mình mua 2 vé, một cái thung lũng hoa hồng với lại dạ rồi, cảm ơn anh. Dạ. Oh, it's not so crowded today. Spring, take a look. It's not so crowded at all. I'm not sure if I have to wait for how long. Please be patient with me for this park, all right? Because normally the train, we need to wait a little bit, you know, for them to be departed. So this is a painting of Sapa. Yeah, with a cable car. So the cable car that you see is actually it's on the Guinness record. It is the longest cable car in the whole world. So there will be a funicular to the Rose Valley, and people will take that cable car to the peak of the mountain, and then they will actually have to take another funicular to the very, very peak of the mountain, like that. Oh yeah, and then we got some students looking at it. So tomorrow we will see a village, and we will show you something like that, like the rice terraces. Ủa anh, cái này chừng nào mình đi vậy anh? 10 phút nữa mới chạy hả anh? À dạ, 10 phút nữa lần. So, oh man, 85 of us today, so that's a very high number, but I have to apologize. I have to say that you have to be patient with the train, you know, because it actually takes them 10 minutes. Yeah, so I'm gonna walking around, giving you my narration and showing you all the painting here. But please, be patient with me for the roses, all right? So, a lot of us love this one. This is massage chairs, and it's actually it's pretty cheap, I would say. The price is very reasonable, as you see. They have 10,000 for 6 minutes, so 10,000 will be 40 cents, and 20,000 less than $1. You got like 12 minutes. So you can try this one for 12 minutes. Half an hour would be too much, I think. Bom dia, Sayuri. How are you doing, Sayuri? It's been a while, we don't see you. Sapa Fansipan journey. So you see from Hanoi to Sapa. Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. So from Hanoi to Sapa, it would take us around 6 hours on a bus. And so it's a long way, more than 320 kilometers. So in miles, I think it's around 200 miles. And normally, people go to this place just for the mountain, to reach the Fansipan peak, and to enjoy all the rice terraces as well. So now let's get in the train. We don't wear hat like that here in Arizona. It's too hot. Oh yeah. Well, in Vietnam normally it's very hot as well. Ivy and Ray. Yeah. But this place special. This is actually the only place. Oops, sorry. This is actually the only place in Vietnam where it gets cold with snow. So imagine in the winter time, you know, they have snow in this location. And Vietnamese, most of us, we have never seen snow before. So we travel to this place during winter to see the snow. And during this time, we travel here to see all the beautiful rice field. And always to reach the peak of the mountain, the tallest one in Vietnam. Yeah, spring, I will go inside for the night spot. But it's not that crowded today, so I don't have to worry about it, I think. a little better. Still no voice, sadly. Is it? It's gonna be the same mountain as yesterday. The same one. But we won't go to the peak today. We just go to like halfway to see the Rose Valley, and yeah, we're gonna come back. Yeah, it's not that cold. I took it so serious yesterday. I wear all of my shirts, and when in the peak it's cold, but halfway it's not that cold. Half an hour, it will make you sleep. Yeah. Are you in spring better today? Oh yes, I'm fully recovered today. It's just that I'm feeling okay, but it's just that it's very hard to breathe, So, oh man, it's very hard to breathe on the peak. So that makes us tired. But when we get down, we recover, we sleep, and we recover quickly, So this is what the train look like. So I always get kind of, I got very shy, because there are a lot of people here, and I'm the only one speaking English. But anyhow, let me try. Let me try if I'm bravery enough to give you the narration through the whole train. I'm gonna show you this one as well, just to show you where we are. So yesterday when Spring and I got here, it's full. It's packed. I don't know why though. It's like 8 in the morning, but this train is literally full, and people have to hold the handle. Everybody have to hold on to something on the train. But today, surprisingly, it was so empty. I mean, it's not that empty, but it's much less crowded compared to yesterday. All right. Yeah. So I hear a lot of southern accent. Probably they come from Saigon. Same as me. I'm waiting. Oh, I don't have to wait. Oh. I'm hearing some central accent as well. So many people from where? Yeah. You have to be patient with me on this park, until the train departed. I mean, I could go all the way to the valley, but I want to show you a bit from down there as well. So, I wish there was no wall, there was no column, so you can see the painting. But the painting is describing a kind of like European coming, the French with their uniform coming to this place. And the station itself is very pretty. So this is what we call a funicular, I think. And now we're gonna take a train. Ra cuối tàu rồi bác. So you see this city, this town Sapa. Well, the word Sapa it simply means a sandbank, right? If you join us on the other tour, you know that there was a group of people. They come and they gathering around a sandbank. A sandbank in this town. They come to. They set up like a local market, and during the French colonial, the local, they would say that, oh, this town, they name it Sapa, which means a sandbank, and the name is stick around until now today. But the mountain that we are heading to, Fansipan, there was a lot of theory behind it. But one of the most believable theories that the word Fansipan, it derived from the Hmong language, which means a tottering of giant rocks. Reason is simply because the Hmong, they saw that, oh, this mountain, it looked like, like a giant piece of rock coming together. So they named it that way. Yeah, so that's a bit of the name of the place, and actually it's a small town. You know, there's population. We have only around 60,000 people, but if you're counting all the tourists, then went up to around 200,000 people. Yeah. Fansipan, Sapa, and it's actually is it popular for roses. They have a lot of roses valley. But I mentioned with you that for the Vietnamese, we don't use roses a lot. You know, even during Valentine, we don't really use them. We don't really care much about them. Normally, Vietnamese we love lotus. We buy a lot of lotus. We see them as our national flower. We use a lot of yellow chrysanthemum as well. Yellow chrysanthemum is for the pagoda for the Buddhists. As a religious offering. So how about roses? Well, for the roses, it was actually introduced to us by the French. So you see, when the French colonized Vietnam, they would choose places like Đà Lạt. We got Đà Lạt in the south, and then we got Sapa in the north, right? So Sapa would become a place where the French came here. They invest the money in it. They build a lot of hotels and resorts and houses for themselves. And they are the one who actually brought the roses from Europe to this town. And they begin to plant it. You see, so the Rose Valley that we saw today, actually we have more than 150 different species of them. But most of them come from the European, mainly from the French, and of course the French they took it from the Brits as well, from the English, and the Spanish too. So it's really very beautiful. This trip is much cheaper than the other one, Leona. This trip it cost me $200,000, but only me, right? Spring is staying home today. So for me, $200,000 is around $9. Yeah, $10. So let me see. It's a pretty pricey, so I should stay. Yes. Yeah, roses are not common. I'm not sure in Japan, not common as well. I see. Yeah, in Vietnam, definitely it's not something that we use. I see them in shops, but normally it's not that there's not that many variety, and most of us, whenever we go to a flower shop, how do you call it in English for a flower shop? But anyhow, when we go there, we buy a lot of orchids, chrysanthemum and lotus instead. Why you didn't go, Spring? To save the money and to save the energy as well, Dahlia. Yeah, so Spring actually stay home today and she's gonna lead some tours in Ninh Bình. Okay, here we go. Now you can enjoy the train. Well, the train is very beautiful though. You can see the view of Sapa. And it should depart very, very soon. So quiet compared to yesterday. Let me see how many people we got. Yeah, I think we got around 30 of us on the train only. And I think yesterday it was like 300 people on the train or something. So this train capacity, they can have around like maximum 100 people. Yeah, with all the handles and everything, So, head to the Rose, everyone. Rose Valley. particular ride was only so fun, you know. I hope it's not so fast for you. It's actually they're driving very, very slow. Maybe I'm trying to head on the top. So Captain, he adjusting something, but oh yeah. So now people start to go to the front for the photos. Beautiful Sapa. So you see, it was surrounded by the mountain range, and the name of the mountain range is Hoàng Liên Sơn. So Hoàng Liên Sơn is actually the name of a tree that grow along the mountain. And this mountain range, it was actually in the extreme eastern part of the Himalayan region. So it's kind of connected to the Himalayan as well. And actually, you can see our apartment from here. No, it's somewhere on the left. We stay near here. But yeah, it's beautiful, don't you think? There are not a lot of fog today, but normally on the peak, you know, it's very cloudy on the peak. So right now we are heading to another tunnel. So you also see the rice terraces down there as well. It's very beautiful during the season, you know, when the rice turn yellow, and the rice itself have a very pleasant scent too. So that was also an experience that we want to show you in one of our tour in this town. So again, I think this is the best spot for the view, you know. I'm right in front of the train. Yesterday, actually spring and now, we were packed right in the bottom of the train and it wasn't that nice. But now, this one, look at the view. So in the past, right, it's changing a lot during the past 2 decades, because the tourism, when the tourism boom in this town, you see a lot of houses. You see a lot of houses over there. Those houses are for, they function as a homestay, you know, for the tourists. But if you look at the 90s, then this place, which is nothing, only around 60,000 people, and the Hmong actually they live near the mountainous area, so it's actually very hard to see them at the same time. So you see, in terms of religion, the Hmong and the tribal people in Vietnam, they practice what we call shamanism and animism, which means that they believe in spirits, and they actually have a secret spirit house deep in the mountain where the tourists are not allowed to see. And in a way, they are kind of very isolated to us, to the majority, to the lowland people. Vietnam is very mountainous. Actually, if you look at our geography, we are a small country and most of us are occupied by mountains, you see. So actually 1/3 of our country was only mountain, and which means that it's very hard to live, you know. It's very beautiful, but it's very hard for us to live there, to live in this kind of mountainous area. Oops, why is it so blurry then? But you know what? I'm gonna walk to the end of the train as well. I want to show you another angle, you know, of the train. The ring of fire. I don't know about that term, the ring of fire. What is it then? Evelyn, I don't know that term, actually, the ring of fire. So this is from behind. This is where we were yesterday. You know, we have to stay here, but it still look very pretty. Yeah, you can see the railway from here. Yes, nice. Oh no, we don't have volcano in our country. Indonesian, in Indonesia they have a lot of that. So I think on Hago we got Mukash doing a lot of tour in Indonesia, but I'm not sure if he does the volcano one. But yes, if you want to see like volcano eruption, something like that, you go to Indonesia. Indonesia is very beautiful, but they actually the tourism in Indonesia, they focus mostly on Bali, unfortunately. But the country itself, they have a lot of beautiful places to see. But you're from Indonesia, so Evelyn, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just assumed that somebody else asking that question, but when I take a closer look, I see your name, so never mind. So let me show you this train one more time before we go to the valley. Yeah, you're from Surabaya. So you see, this is what the ticket look like, right? You can see the price. It's 99,000. I don't know why they have to do 99, but 99,000 is like $5. And the flower garden is 100,000, $5 as well. So Dunia said, animism, all things have life and breath. Yes, so there's like a spirit in everything. And the tribal people, the Hmong, they believe in that. And they also practice shamanism as well. Shamanism is different. It's like they believe that they can enter a outer state of consciousness where they can communicate with the spirits. Like that. So yeah, I use this word a lot, the Hmong. So Hmong. In English, the H is silent, right? But here we say ha, like Hmong. And we had around 5 million people, 5 million Hmong living in the world right now. Most of them, in the past, 8,000 years ago, they was the descendant of the Mongolian, but eventually they make their way to China, and when during the wartime they have to flee their country, so they came to Southeast Asia. They mainly live in Vietnam, Thailand, and Myanmar or Burma. But then during the Cold War, during the Vietnam War, the Hmong, they actually allied with the American to fight with the communists. And after the war, a lot of them fled this country to the United States. So that is an interesting part, right? The Hmong, actually 1.3 million of them live in Vietnam. Most of them live in Vietnam. But the second largest population is actually in the United States. And yeah, cái này giao thông ủng hoa hồng đúng không? Ở đây. Dạ. Dạ, cảm ơn. Là mình đi đường này luôn hả? Dạ rồi, okay. So even more interesting, in the United States, most of them live in California, but the second biggest population live in Minnesota. Oh, Lisa also said we have a lot. Yeah, it's the second largest Hmong population, Lisa, in Minnesota. But anyhow, this is where they live. Most of the people that you see, the staff working here, the people, the local that you see in the downtown area, they are the Hmong people. So time for the roads, and it's raining lightly right now. It's rain. I should take some raincoat this morning. So you see, the roses in the beginning is actually I'm sorry, I dropped my ticket. Let me pick it up. In the beginning, it looked like that. It's only supposed to have 5 petals. So what do we see? Well, the roses that you are seeing right now, it looks very beautiful, right? But this is not the original. This is actually the one that we breed. We breed them through a long period of time from the original roses to make it have more characteristic. And the characteristic that I'm talking about It could be many things, you know. It could be the number of the petals, the colors, or the size of the roses as well. So the roses, it have been around much longer than humans for millions of years, and the fossils of roses species, it have been found in found in North America for sure, in Europe, in Asia and Africa as well, for around 36 million years ago. And that was the early part of the Cenozoic era, a span also known as the age of mammals. So yeah, you see, 36 million years ago, it was much longer than us, right? And I'm showing you some hydrangea right now. I see it's always very beautiful. As you know, that this is actually my top favorite flower, the hydrangea. I like it because it always looks so fulfilling, you know. Lots and lots of flowers coming together like that. So let's exploring this garden today. So you see the rose-like species that we see today, it's involved eventually, right? It's involved into the wild roses. And in the beginning, it's involved into the wild roses, and it has 5 petals. But like I mentioned, the one that you see, we believe that it was first cultivated in China around 5,000 years ago, and the cultivated roses were created through either accidental or purposeful crossbreeding of the wild roses to create new varieties with desirable characteristics. And again, we take a look at the petals. It could be about the petal color, the stem length, the smell, or even when they flower as well. And today, there are literally like thousands of varieties of roses, including ones that are intended to grow in gardens and one intended for mass production to cut flower farm like that. Actually, I'm gonna step a few steps behind. Yeah, let me stop here for a few seconds. Yeah, please type down all your questions, all right? When I'm done with my narration, I will come back to the chat. And please make the chat interactive as well. That would make us very, very happy, you know. So the rose family, another thing to keep in mind is, you see, the rose family is also includes important food crops like apples, pears, and cherries like that. The cut roses people give by the dozens are cultivated roses, as we know, that have been bred over time to have more petals like that. So yeah, it's similar to apples and pears like that. And the rose itself is also have the berry, you know. I'm not sure if you have seen this one, but it's called the rose hip, and we can actually eat them like that. So it's look kind of like a berry as well. So let's go inside this garden here. So in the beginning of the tour, I'm telling you folk that for these roses, it's not something that Vietnamese people would cherish. We admire the beauty of them, but there was no story behind it in our country. However, this flower, it is considered to be the queen of flower in many different traditions, especially the Greek. You know, the Greek, if you take a look at the Greek mythology, the creation of this one, the red roses, have been linked to the goddess of love, Aphrodite, right? And it is believed that when she came across her lover named Adonis, who was actually wounded by a wild boar, then a mixture of her tears and his blood produced a beautiful red rose bush when they hit the ground like that. Then moving onto the Roman mythology, the creation of the roses have been linked to Venus, the goddess of love. So now, you see the word Venus is actually just a Roman name for the Greek Aphrodite. But here, as Venus were running to warm her lover Adonis, I have trouble pronouncing this name, Adonis, about the murder plot against him, she actually cut her ankles when she ran through a thorn bush, and her blood then turned into a blooming red roses wherever it touched. So that's the story from the Roman and the Greek mythology. And since then, you see, this flower, the roses, it become the symbol of eternal love and romance, like that. So let me take a look around, and I'm gonna show you the most beautiful flower that I see in this garden. Where should I go from here? Further down the line, during the Victorian era, you see, the roses, it was commonly used to send messages of love due to actually romantic gestures and shows of affection being basically banned. Then when Shakespeare took to fame, this became a poetic standard, and everyone knew the red rose as a symbol of love, like that. So what do you think? There are actually a lot of colors, not just this one, dark pink and red. I'm gonna show you the white one, the purple one, the yellow one, as well. So very, very pretty. Do you have a favorite color? Junior said. Junior, for me, is a purple. Actually, I actually saw them the first time from yesterday. Oh, this one, look at the petal. It's kind of something happened to them, Right now with the rain. Yeah, so my favorite Junior is a purple one. And actually the color of the flower have many different meaning as well. You see, we're gonna mention about the meaning of the color as well. But so right now, again, this is not part of our culture as well. And this is something that I don't have a lot of knowledge about. But I learned that the early Christians believed that the red rose was a symbol of the Virgin Mary virtue. So yeah, this is related to Christianity as well. And at the same time, in Hinduism, Hindu, one of the largest religion in the world. In the legend, they believe that Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune and prosperity, were actually created by using 1008 small red rosette petals together with 108 large roses. So since then, the Hindus continue to link the red roses with love and passion, like that. So you see, we got many different cultures see that the flowers is a symbol of love, passion, and romance. We got the Christian, we got the Hindu, and we got the Greek and Roman mythology as well. Take a look at this one. So this is pink roses. And even, I forgot to mention about the Middle East as well. I also learned about this. In the Middle East, the Arabs, they believe that the red roses, it had a literal effect on their heart. So there is a tale of a nightingale. I have trouble pronouncing this one. I think a nightingale is a bird, So the bird would fall in love with the white rose, causing the bird to sing. And when the nightingale press its body close to the rose, its heart were actually pierced by a thorn, and the bird blood flow onto the rose, turning the white into red. You see, so red roses, same thing. For the Arabs, according to the story, it also become the symbol of love and passion. True, Evie, Mom Gloria and I just realized a few years ago. Realized about, let me see. I mean, Evie and my mom's a front. We plant, not flower. I see. Yeah, let me take a look at the chat to see the question and something. The rose and the nightingale. Oh, you know about the story as well from the Arabs? From the Arabs, yeah. The wild rose is actually on the Alberta license plate, and it say Wild Rose Country. I guess that I watch a lot of American movies, you know, and I actually see that the roses normally is very important. It's something that normally romantic movies, the man would use it as a gift for the ladies, right? And if I'm right, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the roses is also a national flower of the U.S. Am I right? Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I read it somewhere that the flower, the roses, is actually the national flower of the United States. Roses are very hardy plants, can survive without a lot of attention. I see, yeah. We got some different flowers here. Still look very pretty. So right now, let's go inside and I'm gonna show you the purple one. So I said I have a giant rose bushes along my house. Wow. Giant rose bushes. Fansipan legend. So, right now let's go to the meaning of the color. So you see, I just show you the white roses. It's actually very rare in this garden to see the white one. But the white roses is often represent purity, innocence, and youthfulness as well. So that's the white color. And they can also be a symbol like of love, loyalty, and a new beginning. So the white color and the one that we are seeing right now, the yellow roses. So yellow roses, however, is actually represent friendship, joy, and caring. But in the Victorian history, the yellow roses also symbolize jealousy, you see. So this one mainly is a symbol of friendship, but of course it could mean joy, caring, and even jealousy. So let's take another angles maybe. How am I doing, Spring? Normally whenever I do the tour, Spring correct me a lot with the way I'm holding the gimbal, you know. I hope I'm doing alright today. So yellow roses, and then we got the pink. The pink roses is often a symbol of femininity, with a brighter pink color also conveying gratitude, and a lighter pink color conveying joy, like that. Very good today. Thank you. So let me see if I see. Oh yes. So this one, as you see, the lighter pink color, it would conveying joy, like that. Joy or happiness. Yes, Hill roses are national flower of the US. Oh, I see. So we got lotus in Vietnam and India. We got roses from the US before the United States. Actually, you know, inside, actually, I see some very big, pretty roses. But I guess those ones are very beautiful too. And then finally, we got the red roses. They are, you know, they are the symbol of love, and they are, of course, very popular for the Valentine's Day and at weddings as well. But we also have the blue as well. Blue roses. Blue roses is actually represent mystery or the impossible, like that. So every color always have a different meanings accordingly. So the purple color also have a meaning. But Spring, please remind me on this one. I forget the meaning of the purple color actually. And not only that, actually the roses, you know, is very beautiful and meaningful, but it's also very useful for us. Or it's for royalty, I see. Royalty. So let's see, where should I go? Let's take a look at the... Yeah, let me go to the statue of the angel area. I think the purple one is there. The purple one is very hard to find though. Yeah, I have to try to remember where is it. So this one, you see, the rose petal, they are edible. We can eat them, and it can be eaten raw, dried, or we can soak them to create the rose water. Actually, in Vietnam we do that. You know, we eat them. We eat the rose flowers as well, and the rose syrup. Actually, the good thing in the rose syrup, it can be made by adding the sugar to the rose water like that. So, like I mentioned, I showed you the photos before. The roses, it's also grow a very small, like a berry-shaped fruit called the rose hip, which can be red, orange, dark purple, or even black. And the rose hip fruit is filled with, we believe it's filled with vitamin C, and it can use to make a very delicious tea like that. So here are different species. This is the climbing roses. Climbing roses. And most of these species that you see, they took it from the French until nowadays, from the French colonial time, and some of them come from England, from Europe. Bây giờ Mận mới hỏi đào vườn hồng có ai vào hay chưa. So it said that it's like a poem almost. It means that the apple asking the peach that, hey, have you visited the rose garden? That's in the translation. Oh, and one more thing. Actually, you see, you know that the smell of the rose, right? So these roses, it's actually, it have a very lovely floral scent, which makes it the perfect ingredient for perfume. And it actually takes more than 2,000 roses to extract just 1 gram of rose oil to be used in the perfume. So you see these roses, 2,000 of them, we use it to extract only 1 gram of oil. And of course the oil gonna be used for the perfume. No wonder why that perfume is so expensive, you know. So let's see the use of roses. And I can see this one, it's have like a slightly orange color as well. This orange color roses. So I don't know how many color are there exactly, you know. Seems like there's a lot of them. So take a look at this one. This color, how do you call them in English? It looks kind of a little bit orange and maybe white and pink combined together. Yeah, coral. Oh, coral is how you call it. Or maybe peach. Oh, I haven't heard about this word before. I know peach color, but coral is kind of remind me of a coral reef or something. So you see, most of these species in this garden, these roses, they are around 15 centimeters long. So how is it in inch? How is it in inch? I think around 7 inches, yes. 15 centimeters. And we got the thorn, right? So you can see the thorn. And another interesting fact is that we usually call them thorns, but those are actually called prickles. and they are sickle-shaped hooks, which actually help the rose to hang on to the other plants as it grows over them. And typically, these roses, it could last for around 35 years. But under the right care, it could live for a longer time as well. So this is the pink one, but it's kind of look like the heart as well, don't you think? Oh, this is pretty random. They grow randomly and it's kind of look like a heart, yeah. Beautiful. But right now we have to walk and looking for the purple one. So yes, here we are. So this guy, I mean, yesterday I saw even the bigger one, like really, really big. But this is the one that I found today. I will continue walking around this garden to see if I can find anything else. The purple one, according to spring, they see the symbol of loyalty over here. Is it loyalty or royalty, Spring? Portland, Oregon has a huge, beautiful rose garden. Oh, Oregon. Very beautiful, this one. Royalty, I see. So this is like the flower for like the king and queen. There's only a few of them, and actually some of these purple ones doesn't look that great. Allow me to show you. I don't know why it's happened to them, but sometimes you see roses, it become like this. Maybe it's because of insects or something. Insects, they kind of sucking all the nutrition away, maybe. But yeah, there's only a few of these roses, purple roses, in this garden. And then we got this one. They are not common at all, yeah. So, I just noted the time. It's been 54 minutes. So I think right now I'm gonna try take a look at the chat, one more time. And we'll try to cover all the questions today. And then I'm gonna walk maybe a few minutes in silence before I end this tour, alright? So let me see. Strange, I got purple and dusty pink from kids for my birthday. Oh wow. Yeah. Lynn has mentioned in Tarrytown, New York has a rose day in their garden. Beautiful garden. And they have music and snack on that day. Oh, that's cool. It's around June. Yeah. Let's take a break from the rose. Let me show you the view of the city first. Let me show you the view of the Sapa, which is very, very beautiful as well. Not a lot of people today, I think, because it's raining lightly. So that one is called the coral or peach color, I see. I tried to make rose water once. I didn't know how long it takes. The purest way in distilling, I see. I haven't tried it actually, rose water. Yeah. Are those fairies dancing in the background? Yeah. I don't know. What are they? Actually, Lisa, they look like angel or fairy, something like that. Something that is not so Vietnamese, Yeah. I rarely see them, these kind of statues. Caribbean, we use rose hip to make the drink called sorrel. Oh, sorrel đại hán. In the Caribbean. This one. Then we got these pots. You know, we got the climbing rose, and then we got these pot where they grow like only 1 or 2 of them, but those are like dark red color. Ronda. Anyone from Texas here? Remind me of the song, The Yellow Rose of Texas. Yellow Rose of Texas. So, you see, I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna show you the misty view of Sapa. Oh, yeah, so I'm supposed to climb the stairs, you know, to reach, we call it a heaven gate. It's like a fun nickname. But normally that one is for people to take their photos. Oh, Laurie, you June 14, I see. Spring, do you have a favorite rose? The month of June, so the rose somewhere. Oh, I'm in August, so what kind of flower is it in August? Do they? Yes, right now we can make them bloom year round, actually, Anna. Yes, it's possible. And those are not wild roses, right? So we can, you know, we can take care for everything, for their characteristic, and we can manage the period of time where they bloom as well. These days like that. So I see a lot of chat, but seems like not a lot of questions today. So I think that was it. Let me show you the view. So over here you see Fansipan, right? The name of the mountain. Fansipan. And these are, I forgot to mention about the price. In Vietnam, it will be around 100,000, you know, like around $4 or $5. You can get a bouquet of flowers. Would be around 500,000. So 500,000 is around $20. So I'm waiting for the other folk to finish with their photos, and I'm gonna go to the peak to show you the view. All right. Here you can buy a bouquet of roses in the supermarket for around $6. I see. Oh, you buy it in the supermarket. Interesting. Well, $6 is a decent price. But in Vietnam, we would never buy roses or flower in a supermarket. When thinking about supermarket, it's like only food, you know, food or some utensil, something like that. Supermarket. In Vietnam, we see a lot of photos of the Walmart market, you know, from the States. Yeah, and I think the culture is, they have like the Friday something, Friday 13 or something, where it's always become super crowded, something like that. They sell flower in the Walmart as well. Yeah. So seems like the other folks really enjoying that stairs. So maybe I'm gonna find another spot to show you the view before ending this tour. Sapa. It's very misty though. Very, very misty from now. In the morning when I was, when we started, it was great. But right now, I think with the rain, yeah, you see it's kind of cloudy and blurry. But anyhow, I think that was about it for the tour today. You know, it's been an hour tour. And I wish you all the very best in life, right? I wish you have all the luck. I wish you have all the prosperity, and I wish you God bless in whatever you do in life. And Spring and I, we will have a few tours in Sapa. Please make sure that you maybe you follow us, and make sure that you won't miss any tour. Please enjoy your evening. Please enjoy your day wherever you are. And like usual, I will take around 2 minutes walk in silence, and I will end the stream. All right. So thank you everyone. Thank you Evelyn. Evelyn, tomorrow actually the Indonesian team, I think you play with Thailand or something. I'm not sure if you follow that. But in Vietnam, it's very, very popular, you know, the SEA Games. Oh, thank you, Tu. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for sending us all the tip and all the support as well. We really appreciate it. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your day. And you can enjoy a silence walk with me a little bit as well. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Junior. Bye-bye, Lisa. Bye-bye, Lori. Always good to see you. Bye-bye, Evie and Ray. Thank you for sending the link. Yeah, that one will be a nice tour. We're going to show you the downtown area. Thank you once again, Evie and Ray. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Andrian. Now I can clamp. Thanks, Sayuri. Thank you for coming. Yes, Stairway to Paradise. Katie. All right, bye bye everyone. We'll see you soon. Enjoy your day.